waist-deep water, he tells Fox News that many were grateful for what he did.
Never been hugged so many times in my life. Everybody there was so grateful. The alternative was they were going to leave them there until the water receded, which the Eddystone won't even peak until this Saturday. So it was unbelievable, and there's no way in the world we could put that family through that kind of torment.
Reeves says he knew it was dangerous, but family members were grieving, and he was tired of waiting around for someone to do something. South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley says the next day or so will be volatile for her flooded state. The rain stopped falling yesterday, but after flying over flooded areas, she said we're not out of the woods just yet, and warned that a number of counties can expect evacuations as floodwaters move into the low country. This is USA Headline News.
In the beginning, man had to painstakingly brave the elements and scale the highest mountains just to deliver the good news.
Hear ye! Hear ye!
Now they just go to ChristianPress.com. It's fast, affordable, and much easier on the joints. Quickly and painlessly deliver your message with ChristianPress.com. ChristianPress.com connects you directly to thousands of journalists, media outlets, news networks, and social media platforms, ensuring your message hits the mark. Every time, your audio and digital content will be professionally produced, so your business or organization's message stands head and mountains above the rest. So reach your target market and get the results you need with ChristianPress.com or call 316-644-6185. That's 316-644-6185.
Friends, Romans, and countrymen, lend me your...
Okay, Skippy, you can get off the mountain now. We found ChristianPress.com. Spread your good news. Visit ChristianPress.com today.
KLZ, Denver.
Hey everybody, it's Eric and Angel from the Experience Pros Radio Show, and it's time for Isms and Ossiphies.
We call them Eric-isms and Angel-ossiphies, kind of little quotes and phrases that Experience Pros lives by. And today we're going to shake up your world and tell you...
Sales is not a numbers game.
Not a numbers game. Now, we've all been taught, right? You make 100 sales phone calls or whatever the number is. You figure out, I've got to make so many phone calls to set so many appointments, and out of those many appointments, I'll get a deal. And it often looks like 100 sales calls to make 10 appointments, and out of those 10 appointments, I'll get one deal.
It comes from the whole idea that direct marketing or mass marketing kind of a campaign usually yields somewhere in the neighborhood of a 1 to 4% rate of return.
Absolutely. And you've seen this on your pay-per-click ads, getting that same kind of results. And so we tend to go at it as an math equation. All right, I've got to hit 1,000 people. I've got to hit 10,000 people. I've got 100,000 people.
Stop everything. Sales is not a numbers game.
We talk about having a fundamental problem in filling your sales pipeline. When my husband and I met, we were in the Amway business when we were dating.
Oh.
And we were taught this mathematical equation to meet 30 people in a month in order to set up 10 appointments, and we would sign up 2 new members.
It seems like an awful lot of work.
It is an awful lot of work. And here's why it's an awful lot of work. Because you're talking to the wrong people.
Yep.
You're not filtering them out. You're just kind of spraying and praying. And we talk about keeping your pipeline full, right? And you fill it and you fill it and you fill it. And out of that, you get 1 or 2 at the end of the month. And we bought into the myth and the lie and the super busy and the wasting of our time methodology. But instead, if you flip that funnel around.
See, there's your fundamental problem. You're trying to put the funnel, you're trying to get everybody into the hopper.
And not everybody belongs in your hopper.
Flip it over and put the right people in. You need to know who those right people are.
We've had Colorado Micro Business Alliance talking for the last couple of weeks about your target audience, your niche market, having a very clear definition of who you do business with, who benefits the most, and who you serve the best. And when you break it all down and you're actually putting your brand right in front of the right target audience, you're putting less people in through your sales funnel. But think about what a brilliant time management this is.
Yeah, sales is not a numbers game. Sales is a relationship process. Build the relationship, invest in the relationship, put the right people in the right places. What's the old phrase? Right butts in the right seats in the bus, right? That's kind of that's Eric's version.
I was going to say, I don't think that's exactly how that is.
That's what you've got to do in order to move forward. There you have it. There's your isms and ossiphies, and that's Eric isms and Angel ossiphies for the day.
Build the relationships and the transactions will follow. Make sure you follow us on the Experience Pros calendar. Check it out at experiencepros.com. See where we're going to be up to and where we're going to be.
Oh, there's lots of things going on. And of course, if you're always looking for the best in business, and I don't know anybody who's looking for anything else, check out the Extreme Customer Service Directory, also found at experiencepros.com. Get ready. Here it comes. You asked for it. The most positive business talk show is on deck, and we're coming at you. It's Eric and Angel next.
Just selecting good investments and fund managers may not prepare you for the retirement income you need. There are 5 important, less obvious decisions. Learn these 5 decisions and how to make them. Tune in to America's Wealth Management Show, sponsored locally by Life Certain Wealth Strategies here on KLZ 560 every Saturday morning from 9 to 10.
The Experience Pros with Angel and Eric next on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. Good morning.
Good morning.
So how are things going?
They are going fine. You want me to say that right now?
Well, I thought you would, but never
Okay.
mind. I'll go to something else. Hey, here's a question. You ever listen to a commercial on the radio or on the television, and all of a sudden something resonates with you at almost a harmonic level, and you feel like, wow, that hit home?
Once in a while, sure.
Yeah. Well, such a thing happened to me last night. I was just minding my own business, doing my own thing, watching a little bit of television while I was reading a book, and just kind of in and out of both. And all of a sudden, a commercial came on, and I recognized the voice, and it was Peyton Manning, right?
All right, and Peyton Manning's speaking to you.
He was speaking to me, and
He has a very unique voice. He actually has a great voice for media.
You think so?
I do, actually. It's got a neat cadence to it, and
Southern boy.
right, and it's not too deep, but he's the kind of voice you can listen to.
Well, America does, and America loves Peyton Manning. I know that there are some people who are in our listening audience who may root for another quarterback on another team, but in fact, America loves Peyton Manning as a class guy, and he came on with a commercial, and I would like to play that commercial for you in its entirety, and then I'm going to tell you why it works.
Why Eric loves Peyton Manning.
No.
No?
Play the commercial.
They say it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert at something. But what happens at 20,000 hours or 30,000 hours? Do you become something greater? A leader? A mentor? An innovator? At a certain point, you stop playing the game and start changing it. With more than 300 clinical trials underway and a tradition of making breakthroughs, the game changers in medicine are at UC Health.
All right, there it is. That's the commercial.
Okay.
Did you love it?
Well, I was listening to it, I think, with different ears.
You moved at a harmonic level.
I did like that. Yeah.
You
Well,
did.
he captured me at the 10,000 hour rule because
Right.
that's something that's very familiar with those of us who are trying to become experts in our industry.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's break this thing down and figure out why it worked.
Okay.
The first thing is it worked because we've all heard of the 10,000 hour rule, right?
All right. So when it comes to marketing, I always like when you take something that's familiar, a concept that somebody already has an understanding of, it's why we follow pop culture, right?
Right.
Because it's, riding the horse the direction it's going. If we can tap into the psyche of our listener and our
Yes.
audience, we've already kind of got them. We've met them halfway.
Absolutely. Charlie, you ready to play that again? And I'm going to give you pauses as we go. Here we go.
He's like, look at him scrunching.
Yeah,
He's
you
like,
can do
no.
it. You can do it. Charlie,
We're gonna
go.
break it down.
They say it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert at something.
Can you pause that? All right, good. Now, here's the thing. Charlie's making lips at me, and I don't know what that means.
I'm making lips at Charlie when I agree with your lips, whatever they are.
I know. I'm asking for a lot here today, but this moved me. First of all, the music. The music was very cool. and I pay attention to such things. But then it works because we've heard of the 10,000 hour rule. Now, Charlie, is it possible to start where we stopped? Yeah.
They say it
Or at
takes
the beginning.
10,000 hours
That's
to
fine.
become an expert at something.
Keep it going.
But what happens at 20,000 hours?
All right, stop. That's
Or
fine.
30.
I won't ask you to do any more. All right. That works because it causes us to then imagine beyond the boundaries. We have to think now behind the boundary of the 10,000 hour rules is once you get to 10,000 hours, you're an expert.
Right. I know. And I actually had to do some calculation this morning in my head to go, okay, well, when does that happen?
And did you figure it out?
Well, I did.
What year?
What do you mean, what year? Well, 5.
Year 5. It
Year
takes 5
5.
years.
Well, if you're doing 40 hours a week
Yeah.
for, 40 hours a week times about 50 weeks a year,
Right.
gets you to 10,000 hours in about 5 years.
Okay.
If you're doing 40 hours a week at something.
Right.
And, when you think about training for a marathon or going to school, even doing the job that you're doing, in many cases, you're not putting the full 40 hours into that skill set.
Okay.
So it probably takes you closer to 10 years.
All right. So what that just goes to say, it takes 10 years to become an overnight success, right? I mean, there's probably the same kind of math that goes on in that same thing. But what happens, I love this. Peyton Manning asks the question, what happens at 20,000, 30,000 hours? What do you become then? It works because it causes us to imagine what we can become.
So, Eric, where did you go? What did you start to imagine? No.
I'm diagnosing this.
Oh.
It works because it forces us to consider how we play the game.
Okay.
Okay. It works because it forces us to consider how we might change the game.
Okay.
You stop playing because I didn't want to answer the question.
Right. I'm like, I can't ask any questions
all
now.
the questions except
I
we're
had
talking about this and
okay,
not
I was
about
gonna
what that was.
all my questions would be, okay, if it forces us how we play changes the way we play the game. Okay, so then how do we play the game different? I don't know where you want to go with this.
Yeah,
I don't know
okay.
what questions you want,
Well,
like how to interact
The
with
Peyton
you.
Manning commercial really worked. It worked because Peyton Manning's credited with having already accomplished all of the above. It worked because you too can become a game changer. This segment did not work. All right. What did you bring?
What did I bring to the table?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this hour is brought to us by our friends over at Chef Curry's Cuisine. They are answering the universal question of what's for dinner. And they actually, when you call and mention that you heard them on the Experience Pros radio show, you can receive $100 off your first cooking session. ChefCurry'sCuisine.com is the website, 720-404-2798. All right. Well, talking on the same strategies of 10,000 hours, becoming an expert and going on beyond that. Great book by David Horsager called The Daily Edge, and it's simple strategies to create efficiency and make an impact every single day.
Love that.
And he actually gives us a 90-day strategy plan. Recently, we had Carrie Conley from the Infinite Nation on, and she was talking about having a 90-day vision, every 90 days, kind of creating your vision. We talk about every 90 days coming up with your marketing.
Right. You got to have
campaign.
a quarterly plan.
Quarterly plan. This is keeping it fresh. It's keeping us moving. It's keeping us innovative, and it's keeping us on a track. Well, in this 90-day quick strategy plan for your business, he talks about that 18 years ago, somebody challenged him to not complain for 90 days straight.
Wow.
And he started thinking about that 90-day change of how we can implement change into our business. 1 quarter at a time. And he says 90 days is the sweet spot. And so he recommends taking your team to an offsite retreat to provide some momentum towards action instead of having
to create the 90. You don't take them out for 90 days.
No. Sorry.
But
take them
to create the
to
plan.
quarterly for the 90, rather than doing an annual session, do quarterly sessions. And he says it's a 90-day quick plan. Every 90 days, encourage everyone on their team to create this 90-day quick plan to give you an actionable framework to provide clarity that leads to tangible results personally and professionally. Because we can do something for a short time. We put a burst of energy into something new and it keeps it fresh. And he says there are 6 questions that you need to ask in order to create this 90-day quick plan.
6 questions. All right, go.
Question number 1 is, where am I?
Sitting right next to you.
Well, this is helping you to identify kind of your strengths, your weaknesses, the opportunities and threats. And we
Clearly
do
the
that.
strength is I'm sitting next to you.
And sometimes my weakness, like our weakness.
Always.
But here, when you're talking about where you want to be in business, where am I in relationship with my competition,
All right.
in our marketing,
Take
all
a
of that.
good assessment of where you're at.
Where am I going to be in 90 days?
That requires you to cast a little vision, to think ahead a little bit.
Why am I going to be there? In 90
there's
days?
your purpose. Oh, now I start to hear Sandy Corrigan with passion and purpose. Okay, go.
Okay, question number 4.
Yeah.
How are we going to get there? How?
Park the car right there.
This is it. So we're going to ask how until we commit to taking specific action steps. Question number 5. How are we going to get there?
That's what I thought.
Wait a minute. We just asked that.
Uh-huh.
He says, keep pressing. How?
Yeah.
Until you have a specific action.
He knows the hard part.
Question number 6.
Yes?
How are we going to get there?
I like this guy.
Right? He says, he gave an example, and how will you be clear? They said, we need to be clearer in our message. How will you be clear? We're going to communicate more. How? And they had to come up with how and how and how until they had incredible clarity on how they were going to get to where they wanted to be. And they
What's
would
the
have their
name of that book?
It's called The Daily Edge,
Yeah.
Simple Strategies to Create Efficiency and Make an Impact Every Day.
Oh, I like that.
David Horsager, Horsager.
If there was a 7th question, you know what it'd be?
How?
How are we going to get there?
How are we going to get there?
No, that's a fantastic.
I actually think I'm going to bring this whole thing to our team meeting that we do once a month. We're doing one for this next quarter with our entire team. And let's talk about where we're going, why it matters, and how we're going to get there.
I love it. I love it. All right, folks. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about doing good. There is a business model called Doing Good. You need to know about it. We brought in the expert. 13 values as a base for conducting business. Coming next on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Over 400,000 businesses in Colorado have less than 10 employees. Your business probably fits into that category. Imagine what would be accomplished if everyone joined forces. The Colorado Micro Business Alliance brings owners together to give you a unified voice in state and local politics, as well as helps negotiate better deals for products and services. They offer top-level seminars and networking events. Join now for only $5 a month at ColoradoMicroBusinessAlliance.com.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Let's talk about advertising. It's a key element for growing your company and making sure people are aware of your brand. If you're going to put a half-page ad into a magazine with 60,000 in circulation, it'll cost about $1,500, and you get to be in front of your target audience. If you're going to attend a big trade show, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to interact with potential clients. If you're going to sponsor a foursome in a golf tournament, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to support your favorite charity. At Experience Pros, $1,500 goes a long ways. You get an entire year of membership with business networking, online customizable listing, featured ads, 3 radio spots during the year, speaking opportunities, sponsorship Shipper. SciencePros.com.
Friends, there are very few things more important to your business than the way it's viewed and used on the internet. Your entire sales process, and here at Experience Pros, we trust Donna Galassi and Blue Zenith Web Design to make our website more than just a brochure for our business. If you want your website to be an experience, contact Donna today at 720-248-8431. That's 720-248-8431, or visit them online to see their work. Use bluezenith.com. We do.
Advertising is really effective, especially for small business. Turn by advertising on the Experience Pros radio show. We'll help you build a trusted reputation with the professionals who listen to the program. You'll connect with the right audience and the right price. Experience Pros radio show. Sign up at experiencepros.com and put your brand on the tip of your customer's tongue. Sign up today and start advertising with
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. You know, when we started this business a long, long time ago, we weren't radio folk. We had no clue. We didn't go to school for broadcasting. We decided we wanted to do something good.
Absolutely. And, you know, you think about, we want to do something good. And I think for most of us, it's inherent in us to want to do something good. But how do you really incorporate that out into the community? Well, we're bringing you a guide to help you, enable you to infuse your business with the power of doing good. It's called the Doing Good model. And our expert guest is David Arison. He's the VP of Global Business Relationships at Maya. And they actually incorporate values into the core of their company and are teaching us how we can do the same thing, impact employees, clients, and the bottom line. David Arison, welcome to the Experience Pros radio show.
Hi, how are you?
David, we're doing fantastic. Thank you for joining us. So give us the 30,000-foot view, if you will, behind the Doing Good model of working values into a business model.
Yeah, so we are a group of business and philanthropy, the Arison Group, and we work in various sectors. In the business side, we work in banking and real estate and infrastructure, renewable energy, salt manufacturing, and efficiency solutions for urban distribution systems and the potable water. And on the philanthropy side, we do various activities. And over many years now, we've been implementing led by my mother, Sherry Arison, vision and values within our organizations. We have privately held companies and publicly traded companies that are over 90 years old. And we've seen over time that once we get people more engaged with values and prove to them how that translates into bottom line, into profitability, into growth, then a lot more people get engaged. So we were dealing for quite some time with implementing visions and values within our organizations, and then an idea was raised to create this model. It's called the Doing Good model. Basically, we have 13 values in a circle, and doing good in the middle. Values like sustainability, financial freedom, volunteering, being, fulfillment, vitality, a nice diversification of values. And we believe that if we incorporate these values in our day-to-day business, in our day-to-day life as human beings, then we can be better people, And as organizations and business, we can provide better products, better services that create a win-win situation for ourselves as a company, but more importantly for our clients and for our community. And that's pretty much where we focus. And we were trying very hard to implement all these values within our organization. It's not easy, but we're going through it. We have 27,000 employees in 40 different countries, so we're dealing with languages, with cultures, with geographies.
All right, David, excuse me for just a moment. I've got several other questions for you. So if you don't mind, for the sake of time, let's break down one or two of these values and help our listeners, those listeners who are business owners and managers in the workforce, implement one or two of these values. Can we break one down? Pick your pick.
Actually, I think I'd like to pick purity.
Please.
Purity, the way that we defined it, is the clarity of your thoughts, intentions, and actions. And I have an example on how we can implement purity within our business. As you mentioned, part of my job within the group is Vice President of Global Business Relations at MIA. We provide urban efficiency solutions for urban distribution systems, and we were participating in a tender for a 10-year contract to help a client that I will leave unnamed for the time being, to make their system more efficient. In that tender, they were asking for various products and various technologies that did not necessarily help to achieve targets. And it made the project much more expensive. Financial implications for the company, as well as we filled out our documents as required. Yes, we went through the requirements, but we also believe that there's a better way to do it. And if we're able to get to and to discuss that, we can not be so large, but it will be as efficient.
How did purity work into helping them? I mean, how did that implement? How did then help?
So we basically in the way that we went about it, knowing that we have to go with our gut feeling, with what we feel is the pure way of doing this.
All right. Well,
so we took that risk, and we were lucky enough to get the contract.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. Congratulations. Our guest is David Arison, President of Global Business Relations at MIA. I'm so sorry that we ran out of time to catch the other 12 different models or parts of the values of the model. Is there a place where our listeners can find out more?
There's a couple of places. We have a landing page called doinggoodmodel.com. There's a little bit of information there. There's a lot more information out there in a book that my mother wrote called Doing Good Model, Activate Your Goodness in Business. It could be purchased on Amazon. It describes how we built this model, how we implemented some case studies and personal stories as well.
Gotcha.
How these values connect to our day-to-day life as well as company life.
Perfect. That is where we will drive our listeners, because I'm sure they're going to want to know what the rest of the values in. David Arison, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All righty.
It's the Doing Good model, and Sherry actually there's the Doing Good Day event in April. But it's nice to know that you can infuse your business with the power of doing good and combine philanthropy with business. I know Cindy Corrigan with Keller Williams talks about that as well, how they for taking and driving your passion and making a difference.
You can activate your goodness in business.
Absolutely.
All right. I love it. Okay. Now, folks, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about, yes, you to imagine, it is holiday time. And holiday email marketing is not dead. That's correct. It's not dead. We're going to cover all of that in our next segment. So as we go to commercial break, remember to turn up the volume, do business with the people who do business with the pros, and we'll be right back after these messages.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Early bird discounts are going on right now when you sign up for the 2016 Vision is Victory, the event with Carrie Conley, happening in Phoenix, Arizona. Take a few days in January to put together a strategy to transform your business and your life. You'll leave with a step-by-step plan to create massive success for the entire year. Vision is Victory, the event with Carrie Conley, is January 14 through 16, and right now, the price is only $200. Register online at infinitenation.com for your exceptional vision building retreat in Phoenix, Arizona. infinitenation.com.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at ALMC Mortgage.
You need Renovate. If you are sick of wasting your time cold calling to find a few, you need Renovate. Extreme Relationship Management will help you renovate. Renovate is revolutionary training that elevates your not working and supercharges your networking to get real results. Sign for the next Renovate training this week at extremerelationshipmanagement.com or call 855-I-LIKE-ERM.
Have and rearrange to fluff it. Get fluffed up at 720-233-72. Helene's Designs is a full service turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
Dude, your wife's hot.
I know, right?
I'm not kidding. She's really hot.
Yeah, I married up.
I'm trying to tell you, your wife's hot.
Will someone please call Bowman Heating and Air? It's 90 degrees in here.
Don't let anyone else tell you how hot your wife is. Call Bowman Heating and Air today. 303-622-6502. Bowman Heating and Air, keeping couples together and relationships cool. Ask about the preventative maintenance option with a 100% mechanical guarantee. BowmanHVAC.com.
Home Care Assistance of Denver is changing the way the world ages by offering a fun and free series of talks designed to keep your mind sharper longer. Partnering with the Alzheimer's Association Colorado, the Mind Fit series will be held every Tuesday through October 20th from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. at 455 Sherman Street in Denver. Each week's session presents different activities that will stimulate and engage mental fitness. For more information, visit homecareassistancedenver.com or call 720-443-3371.
Do you wish your career was moving along a different path? Do you ever feel like your business owns you when it really should be the other way around? Do you feel like this isn't the life you thought you'd be living? Well, you're not alone. Sandy Corrigan has a system that helps people create careers worth having, businesses worth owning, that results in lives worth living. Call or text Sandy Corrigan today at 303-907-1010. That's 303-907-1010. It's worth the phone call.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM. Where if your property isn't owe them nothing to lose. 720-989. Experience Pros, and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
And you need to keep the ones you already have. Lists that Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. Lists That Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of Lists That Save My Grow Your Business the Experience Pros way.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, where business is and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Do not Oh, yeah.
Before the end of the year, and especially if the holidays are an important time for your business, there's a good chance that holiday plans the thing is the holidays are right around the corner, and this time we are speeding up the calendar. There's lots to get done in order to come through it in a thriving way.
You bet.
Well, I found a fun little article that offered some email marketing hacks to help you make more money during the holiday season. Of course, it was brought to us by our friends over at Constant Contact.
They're smart people when it comes to email.
They said that when it comes to holiday marketing, now, of course, consider the source, but no tool will offer more opportunities to increase your sales than email marketing. .3% of online sales. So a third, 30% of the sales were a result on Black of email marketing, which is
that's only going to grow.
Right. Whether you're gearing up for the big shopping days at the start of the holiday season, like Black Friday, November 27th, Small Business Saturday, November 28th, or Cyber Monday, the right email marketing, they say, can make a world of difference. So here are some tips to keep in mind as you prepare.
All right.
Number one, get targeted.
Yes.
They say consumers receive a lot of emails during the busy holiday months. You want to guess in the week leading up to Cyber Monday?
427.
427
emails.
Just
that's
3 digits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that wrong?
According to just Constant Contact customers, sent 1.3 billion emails in the week.
Wow.
Leading up to.
And that's just Constant Contact.
Constant Contact customers.
Oh, so I was off by a couple.
Just Constant Contact customers. So one tool, one target group of people, one focus group, sent over a email to tap into this online marketing.
Okay.
They say one of the best ways to stand out in a crowded inbox is to personalize the messages that you send out. So rather than sending the same offer or information to your entire email list, which is what we all do, right?
Sure.
One size fits all.
Right.
Yeah. Look for opportunities to target your emails to the different groups of people on your things to consider.
Okay.
Exclusive offers for new subscribers.
How about a special discount based on your click-through activities?
An event invitation for your most loyal customers, your VIPs, to give them early access to upcoming sales or events. They say another reason to target your emails is, again, Constant Contact found that emails sent to 35 contacts or less received an average open rate of 55%.
Okay, so break this.
Compared to
the 14%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me break this down for you. And that was 14% over open rate for emails sent to lists of 7,500 or more. Why do small groups, size of the group that matters? It's the fact that you dropped 35 people who love yellow footballs or whatever into a group, and then you're targeting, I've got yellow footballs for sale or something to that effect.
Right. It's very targeted, laser focused. So even though you might have thousands on your list, you can they say you'll only get a 14% open rate by sending something so generic that doesn't really appeal. 55% open rate if you focus it down.
I don't know why I said yellow footballs.
Maybe you're just yellow's your favorite color right
Possibly.
now?
Yeah,
And
I really
you've got
like the
football
color
on mind.
That's
Number 2, in mobile. They say 53% of consumers who shopped online last holiday season did so on their smartphone or tablet.
Make it easy.
I'm
Make the
pretty
buttons
sure.
big enough so that people can push them without clicking 16 different other buttons.
Right. So make sure that you're using an email template that works on the mobile and with big buttons, and which means it can't be very wordy, right? Which means I'm looking at it on a small screen. Show me the picture, give me a quick little descript, and let me go through and buy it.
The third step is to add a coupon. Coupons are a proven way to increase revenue and improve engagement in the emails that you send out. You know, Constant Contact, they always have the opportunity to do that at the bottom of the deal, and it's trackable.
It is trackable. Invest in your subject line. They say it's the most important line of the entire email. This is the first thing that people see when it lands in their inbox. This is you know how you used to say never judge a book by its cover?
Yep.
Never judge an email by its subject line.
line.
Well, we all do.
Sure we do.
We know it's a newsletter, it's a template, it's a whatever. It's going out to a bunch of people. And so again, if we can personalize it and hone in on that very emotional, raw way to get them to open it, this is where success comes in.
Over at Constant Contact, Colby Richardson, who's in this, we test out different subject lines to see what gets us the best results. It's crazy. It's just little tweaks that can definitely deliver different results. So we're constantly experimenting with different things. We found that ambiguous subject lines work well. Our last email subject line was "say yes to this dress." Things like that pique curiosity and work well because people want to click to see what it is you're talking about.
Absolutely. And later on in the week, we're going to talk about tweaks you can make to your subject line to improve open rates. Incorporate social media, bringing your email marketing together to help boost business sales, business results throughout the year. So if I see it, I saw it in my email, I saw it online on Facebook, I saw it in a Google Click ad, and I'm seeing this everywhere. It matches the marketing and it starts to build up those impressions that we're looking for.
You know, it's on Facebook, says how you can tell us is a marketing dinosaur. And that was that they have found no value in the social media side of marketing. And in these days and age, you simply must get your head around the social media side of things.
You absolutely must be saturating the market with your consistent message and branding and colors and looks. And if you're going to do something in email, where else are you going to use that? Right. Does it match the voicemail? Does it match the posters and banners you have inside your store? Does it match what you're posting out on social? Are you saturating the market doing something and it didn't work? It's probably because you didn't do enough of it.
I agree with that. Old excuse of, well, my target market isn't on social media. They're not tweeting. They're not Facebooking. They're not doing that. Simply not true.
Next step is to automate your messages because we're going to get really busy. And when we get busy, we stop marketing. That's scary.
Yeah.
When is the best time for you to market your business?
When you can't handle the amount of business you're already taking in.
And the second best time, of course, is when we're not busy. And of course, we have lots of time then. But in order to avoid those peaks and valleys, so this is where automation comes in. So you can create a series of emails and notifications that are going out for big shopping days, reminding them to shop small on Small Business Saturday or to go online for Cyber Monday.
You can set deadline reminder. And don't forget, this is coming up. Don't forget.
And send daily or weekly offers that are all automated, keeping that message in front of them, again, saturating the market, and using that automation, putting that in place right now, this month, and it's just kind of set up. Then all other things that you're doing are in addition to that, but you make sure that your marketing doesn't fall through the cracks. And then they say, put your holiday email marketing strategy into action.
The best plans in the world are nothing more than plans. They're just ideas. Unless you actually do. Nope.
And I know that for a lot of big boxes and big stores, they've already ordered their promotional items. It's already in the calendar. They've got their weekly offers already figured out. As a small business, the nice thing is we're not this big giant.
You can customize it.
We can do this today. We can put this together this week and look at the calendar, all the different weekly offers that line up with our theme, and having a theme. And it can't just be, we're still in business, we want to sell more stuff because we think you want to buy more stuff. But grabbing their attention, remember, they are going to be bombarded by billion emails are going to go out the week before Cyber Monday.
Right.
Make sure that you are included in that. Don't miss out, because this is this is when we get a little looser with our purse strings.
Well, and clearly when you can customize your groups down to manageable size that are specific, literally take some time to sort your database into smaller, more manageable, far more efficient and effective groups. And you will thank the folks over at Constant Contact for doing the research on that.
Make it a game. How small can we get this group to be?
Oh, all right. Well, there you go. All right. Well, fantastic. Thank you to the folks over at Constant Contact. We love what they do. They always bring great stuff on their blog, and we love sharing it with you. Listen, we've got to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, there's some more positive business talk. And in this commercial break, if you're sitting at your desk listening to this, why don't you just jump over to experiencepros.com.
This hour is brought to you by Chef Curry's Cuisine, chefcurryscuisine.com. If you mention that you heard about him on the Experience Pros radio show, you get $100 off.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-409-7706. That's 303-409-7706. Or visit RivieraFinance.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning of an award-winning service, coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products, means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and I want you to picture this. You're driving home after soccer practice. Your little girl is sitting in the back seat, and the radio is gently playing your favorite music. You're for the moment, and your world is safe because Nyland's Collision Center wouldn't cut corners on the quality of parts when they fixed that fender bender last month. NYLUNDScollision.com. No one knows your car better. The safety of your whole world is in their hands. Visit NylandsCollision.com or call them at 303-761-9219.
Imagine having a business partner watch over your computer systems day and night, actively responding to changing needs in your environment, helping make sure things run fast and smooth, protecting your valuable information. With availability, our managed services platform, C-Squared Computer Consulting can provide 24/7 monitoring, manage updates, and optimize your systems. Let C-Squared be your business partner. Call us at 303-933-1113. Mention Experience Pros, and we'll waive the setup fee.
You've had it with the big box print shops and online printing companies. Sure, they offer cheap services, and that's what you get, cheap service. Isn't it about time you found someone who not only made you look good, but also makes you feel good? Award-winning PrintingDoneQuickly.com offers the highest level of concierge service without the concierge price. PrintingDoneQuickly.com, where we serve as we wish to be served, and quickly too. That's PrintingDoneQuickly.com.
Has been optimizing websites for over 16 years, since before Google was even a company. Hi, this is Eric, and I want you to let that sink in for a moment. SharpNet Solutions has been helping hundreds of small businesses get found on the search engines since before Google became Google. They're one of the most affordable SEO firms in the country, and if you tell them Experience Pros sent you, you'll get up to 50% off of your SEO services. Still wonder if they can help you? Google Experience Pros. We use them. 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988 or sharpnetsolutions.com.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
It was a moment.
It was a moment that changed my life.
We looked down from the chopper and saw the whole area was flooded.
At that moment, it really hit me. This is why I joined the Guard.
People had gone up to the rooftops to escape the rising waters. Talk about intense moments. We had to lower the guys on line some 30 feet down.
This is where teamwork and training really paid off.
Steady nerves, steady hands for the chopper. Best. Couldn't believe I just saved a life. What could be better than serving the people of my hometown? What it means to be a citizen soldier at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard, aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
Dana Lash, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
The Experienced Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/The Revolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros radio show.
That's me. Whoops, was me. All right, that can be you. Welcome back to the Experienced Pros radio show. I thought for a second this was my theme song, but
No, this is not your theme song. No.
I do live life in the fast lane.
You do?
Sure I do.
What does that mean to you?
Not going there.
You said it. And we're just supposed to go, oh yeah, Eric lives his life in the
Yeah,
fast
you're
lane.
supposed to nod your head and go, oh yeah,
And
sure.
each of those,
What does that mean to you?
What does that mean to
what
you?
kind of pictures cross your mind? Can't say some of those things.
Well, okay, but
Right? See, you start thinking about it, and all of a sudden you think, oh, I can't ask him that.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Eric lives life in the middle lane. I
No,
think.
no.
Sometimes he goes in the fast lane.
Totally
Sometimes
fast
in the slow lane.
Slow lane.
Never in the slow lane.
I don't think so.
Always in the fast lane.
Always in the fast lane. Did you just
Sprung
spring
a leak.
spring a leak?
I just
Really?
sprung a leak.
Hey, I want to thank Larry Kim over at Inc.com. Came up with a fantastic article that's going to help me get smarter. I got daily habits that I can do to get smarter. Another leak. Here we go. Are you ready? I actually, interestingly enough, for those of you who've listened to the show for some time, you know that I used to be a magician, and I met a man who I've known for decades. He was the one who got me in to train the magicians at the Magic Castle in Hollywood, California, and he came to Denver this last week. And I got to hang out with him. And one of the things that he's doing as a part of his daily routine is he is coming up and inventing a new magic trick every week.
A new magic trick every week.
Right. Which reminded me of my friend Andre Cole, who is David Copperfield's good friend. And he, Andre, used to invent a new magic trick every day.
When I met you, Mr. Magician,
Yeah.
you wouldn't do something new. You're like, I gotta practice it 1,000 times.
It's 100 hours.
Oh, 100
100
hours.
hours.
So that's 1,000 times, 10 times
at
in
least,
an hour,
probably,
right?
sure.
Yeah, 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So are they just? I mean, how do you do that?
Well, it's a habit that you get into to exercise creativity.
Okay.
And it spurs that creative mode. What Larry Kim says here, and of course we're not talking magic, we're talking business, but he says, here's a daily habit that you can implement in your life. He says, come up with 10 new ideas every day.
10 new ideas
It's a little
every
too
day.
vague for me. An idea. What is an idea?
Like I had 2 ideas today.
Yeah.
They were new ideas.
Oh, what were they? Do you want to share?
Well, no, because it's going to
Okay.
they're too long of stories
All right.
of how and why these ideas came to be. But I get ideas. I think we all get ideas in the shower, under the blow dryer, while we're vacuuming, while we're distracted, away from the technology, away from the computer, away from our job when we're maybe out, on a walk or we're exercising. But I think the ideas come from something we're marinating on, like an issue that we're trying to solve for.
Right.
And so if we don't every day, I don't have 10 issues I think that I'm trying to solve for every day. So coming up with 10 ideas every day, I don't have that many problems.
Well, it doesn't have to be related to a problem, though. You're tying the phrase ideas to a problem.
Well, that's where
and the
my
solution
ideas come from.
Well, that's where they come from now. But if you decided I was just going to come up with a new idea, and again, I think that the word idea is far too broad. I think it would be like this, Angel, come up with 10 solutions to a problem. Ideas that solve a problem would be the way that you're thinking of it right now. That's far more narrow. You got to find a problem, then find a thought process to create a solution for it. Larry Kim says 10 ideas in a general sense. Maybe you say come up with 10 ideas that will help your family bond better.
Or 10 ways I can get ready in only 22 minutes in the morning so I can sleep in longer.
Perfect. There you go. I thought it was kind of an interesting thing. Here's another one. Play the devil's advocate. Interesting comment came the other day that I was listening. Maybe in fact it might have been even listening to Laura Ingram on one of our stations here. And it was to jump onto the other side. You want to really debate something well, jump onto the other side and take the opponent's point of view.
Oh, and we actually had a guest on our show that talked
Maybe that's
about
where I heard it.
Napoleon Hill talked about having, arguing the other person's point of view.
Right.
Help you in
Maybe
those
that's where
shoes.
I heard it.
Yeah.
But that, play the devil's advocate. What if the other side happened? I like that. I liked what that was. Read a chapter in a book. Some of these are obvious. This one, you love this. Follow your questions. That takes you on a path that guides your entire life.
I know, and it's a blessing and a curse, right? Because I ask
I believe
questions
it's more
that
blessing than
distract
curse.
us.
I'm the one who gets sometimes a little frustrated with the question because it catches me off guard. But I think you and I are both better for the questioning process. So there it is. Start a stop doing list.
A stop doing list?
Right.
A stop doing
Make a list of the things that you need to stop doing. Oh, you could probably think of a few. Yeah.
Stop doing
Right.
lists. That's interesting because, I think it's counterintuitive to the whole neuroplasticity thing, right? Because if you start talking about, stop being late, right? Stop running around at the last minute. Stop being disorganized. Stop, yelling at people. Stop complaining. Then those are the phrases, our brain hears complaining and late and disorganized.
so let's-
and so I think it's counterproductive.
Well, let's make it more productive then. Create your stop doing list. Stop being late by, and then finish it with what you are going to do. The last thing in your head is the new behavior that you're going to do.
Start being on time, being organized.
No, more specific. Stop being late by waking up 10 minutes earlier.
Oh, so going back to the 90-day plan. Okay, I'm going to be on time. I'm going to walk out the door on time. How? I'm going to wake up earlier. How? I'm going to go to bed earlier. How?
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Now we're talking.
See, I'm getting smarter.
You are getting smarter. So am I. Do something scary. No? Why don't we just talk about our friend Matt Curry?
Chef Curry's cuisine.
Yeah.
That's not scary. Do you have that inevitable question every single day from your family? What's for dinner? We don't know what it is. We don't know where to get it. Well, you can actually hire your own personal chef, chefcurryscuisine.com. He's also offering $100 off your first cooking session if you give him a call at 720-404-2798.
Back with another hour right after this.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Art Bell, Midnight in the Desert, overnights on KLZ 560.
Every day, 21 veterans commit suicide. Last year, active duty suicide surpassed the number of combat deaths. You can help by donating to Freedom Service Dogs. They rescue dogs from local shelters and train them to be service dogs for these heroes. Donate today at freedomservicedogs.org.
KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver, and online streaming at KLZ560radio.com. This is KLZ 560. Freedom, liberty, truth.
This is USA Headline News. I'm Melody Burkett. Republican presidential candidate Ben Carson is defending comments he made, saying that he would not just stand there and let someone like the Oregon Community College gunman shoot him.
The shooter can only shoot one person at a time. He cannot shoot a whole group of people. And so the ideal is overwhelm him so that not everybody gets killed.
Carson tells CBS's This Morning that based on what he's heard, victims in the Oregon shooting didn't rush the shooter. He says he made those comments to plant in people's minds what to do in that type of situation because it probably won't be the last time it happens. Classes at Eastern Kentucky University are canceled for the rest of the week after a threatening message was discovered on campus. Last Sunday, graffiti found on a bathroom wall read, quote, "Kill all by 10/8/15. Today, school officials announced classes were canceled while law enforcement investigates the threat. For the USA Headline News, I'm Melody Burkett.
Colonel, say time to shake off that boring old weekend and get back to the excitement of labor. You're going to need a good lunch, though. So stop into a KFC for a $5 fill-up with 2 pieces of original recipe chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, a biscuit, a cookie, and a medium drink. Okay, then. I'll let you get back to work now. It's Finger.
Drum thigh side cookie medium drink. Pricing and participation may vary. Tax extra.
Did you know that the government is scheming to seize your retirement and bank accounts? Hi, David Fisher, CEO of Land Group. Get the facts in a white paper, your retirement and bank accounts from government gold and silver, and take possession with no tax liability. Call Landmark Capital at 844-715-9411. That's 844-715-9411 or landmarkgold.com.
KLZ Denver.
Hey, everybody, Experience Pros Radio Show, and it's time for Isms and Ossiphies.
We call them Eric-isms and Angel-ossiphies, kind of little quotes and phrases that Experience Pros lives by. And today we're going to shake up your world and tell you
sales is not a numbers game.
Not a numbers game. Now, we've all been taught, right? You make 100 sales phone calls or whatever the number is. You figure out, I've got to make so many phone calls to set so many appointments. And out of those many appointments, I'll get a deal. And it often looks like 100 sales calls to make 10 appointments. And out of those 10 appointments, I'll get one deal.
It comes from the whole idea that direct marketing or mass marketing kind of a campaign usually yields somewhere in the neighborhood of a 1 to 4% rate of return.
Absolutely. And you've seen this on your pay-per-click ads, getting that same kind of results. And so we tend to go at it as an math equation. All right, I've got to hit 1,000 people. I've got to hit 10,000 people. I've got 100,000 people.
Stop everything. Sales is not a numbers game.
We talk about having a fundamental problem in filling your sales pipeline. When my husband and I met, we were in the Amway business when we were dating.
Oh.
And we were taught this mathematical equation to meet 30 people in a month in order to set up 10 appointments, and we would sign up 2 new members.
Seems like an awful lot of work.
It is an awful lot of work. And here's why it's an awful lot of work. Because you're talking to the wrong people.
Yep.
You're not filtering them out. You're just kind of spraying and praying. Talk about keeping your pipeline full, right? And you fill it and you fill it and you fill it. And out of that, you get 1 or 2 at the end of the month. And we bought into the myth and the lie and the super busy and the wasting of our time methodology. But instead, if you flip that funnel around.
See, there's your fundamental problem. You're trying to put the funnel, you're trying to get in.
Not everybody belongs in your hopper.
Flip it over and put the right people in. People are.
We've had Colorado Micro Business Alliance talking for the last couple of weeks about your target audience, your niche market, having a very clear definition of who you do business with, who benefits the most, and who you serve the best. And when you break it all down and you're actually putting your brand right in front of the right target audience, you're putting less people in through your sales funnel. But think about what a brilliant time management this is.
Yeah, sales is not a numbers game. Sales is a relation.
Service wants to remind everyone this year to protect themselves from becoming victims of identity theft. Never give out passwords, PIN numbers, or earn more. Visit www.consumer.gov/ncpw.
John Rush during the afternoon rush, today at 3. Now back to the Experience Pros on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros radio show. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us for hours. Angel and Eric here, reminding you that small business is big business. And your business is our business. I've got 2 stories on tap for you today out of the news.
Okay.
Both of them have to do with your bum. So the question is, would you like number 1 or number 2? Come on, come on, answer the question.
Stop.
Story number 1 and story number 2.
Story number 1.
Story number 1. Unbelievable, but still true in this day and age. Researchers are saying that butt dials are keeping 911 dispatchers far too busy.
Butt dials.
Yep, they're looking.
They're calling 911. Your butt's dialing 911.
Yep. You know, we've all done it. Stuck the phone in the back pocket and then accidentally sat down or whatever, and it dials.
Dialing 911.
Yes. Researchers are looking into an increase in 911 calls in San Francisco. Said about 30% of calls to the emergency number are accidental butt dials. Here's what can happen. Your phone could have the number 9 programmed to emergency services. So if you just hit the number 9 and hold it, it will automatically dial 911.
I did not know
that is true.
I did not. I'm not. Don't test that. Don't mess with them today.
But it seems what seems to be startling to me is that why in this day and age are people not yet lucky to do
it? Right. Yeah. A couple weeks ago, I called my mom.
Your mom is the same
and I
issue?
called her, and she says, "No, Angel, it's just a butt dial."
It's just a butt dial.
It was a new phone. I was the first one on the list. You know, the letter A, and so apparently I came up in the contacts and
with
Botox, and it just hits one button and it keeps going.
84 million 911 calls in a year. 30% of them.
84 million?
30% of them. Your
Oh.
butts are dialing.
How long does it take before? Because here's the thing: I think if you get a dispatcher who doesn't have a voice,
Yep.
right? Nobody's there, but you've kind of got to be on the line and you got to turn it up. Like, did somebody just dial us and they want us to hear the background
Right, well,
conversation? Was there?
They're required to send emergency services to go check it out.
But have it geolocated.
Not to, because of the towers. They do a cross interpolation of the
If you dialed it right now,
triangulation.
they would not be able to find you.
Well, in large part because I'm in a 12-story building. Yeah, okay. That's the exception.
Next one.
In the news today, Halloween Scary Burger.
Yes, the black colored bun that makes your poo turn green.
Green.
Now, I have to tell you, Eric said, I giving him a little grief as to the stories. He reads a headline and
I
just
am a
runs with
legitimate
it.
journalist.
There's no legitimate journalism going on at all. He
Come
reads
on
a
now.
headline. You can't ask him a single question about the story.
He's in the room.
Because he hasn't researched anything. He reads the headline, and in some cases he's scanned the story, but not in all. So I was hassling him about this black bun story turning your poo
Black
green.
bun, green poo.
And so he says he's going to go and have a Burger King Black Whopper, or Halloween Whopper, or whatever you call it, to see
Right.
if his poo turns green.
Right.
And we had somebody else who says, I'm going to do the same thing. And here I think this is bizarre. These two gentlemen not at all interested in having anything to do with this hamburger, but as soon as you tell them it's going to turn their poo green,
You gotta go get one.
but they have to have one. So
We sent out a special agent.
we did.
On mission to have one of the Burger King Black Bun burgers.
Took a picture of it, showed us, send us the picture. Okay, here I go.
And then here he did. I can't believe he did this. He didn't check.
He didn't check.
He didn't look.
He didn't look.
He didn't do nothing.
Which is normal, right? Because who looks? Like, who is really
Well,
out there checking out?
Well, sometimes I look.
What do you mean sometimes you look? What?
Sometimes I'm just so proud.
So
So we have to recreate the mission because clearly the person who did that.
I'm hearing cackling. I'm hearing like rolling on the floor,
There's
cackling.
people
coming
behind
from-
the glass. It's supposed to be a
Right.
soundproof room, and they are laughing hysterically. But yeah, I'm sorry. And the rest of that story is, my God, is it hot in here? Or is it just me that's flush?
So the unfortunately ongoing saga of the black bun green.
If you really are interested in this, hashtag green poop is trending, and you can take a look. There's lots of pictures.
No, don't. We don't
And
really want to see pictures.
I'll tell you this much.
I don't want pictures.
No, here's the
Eric really desperately
This-
wants to take a
no,
picture
no,
of
no.
his own
No,
poo
no, no, no,
and share it
no,
with us.
no, I don't. No.
And
I'm not
because
that
of
gross.
legitimate journalism.
I'm not that gross. I am a legitimate journalist. But we're getting all kinds of. My phone is exploding. You might say that my phone has the runs.
Exploding
Wow.
soon.
But I want to share this with you because the reason I brought this story is not to be gross, not at all, but because Burger King is making a buttload of money on their black buns, and their story is. And remember, you know what? It's about time we talk about that again. The difference between a boat and a boatload, because they are both legitimate terms I make. I'm not kidding. I'm posting to our Facebook
But
wall.
nothing has to
You'll
do
see
with hammers. It doesn't have anything to do with
No.
And a buttload has nothing to do with anything
You know
else.
what? Let's keep this moving along.
It's an insights brought to you by Robert ALNC Mortgage, where all loans must close.
And they do.
If you want to, they do refinancing and buying of a brand new home all over the country. Give them a call at 303-696-6933, 303-696-6933, and find them online at almcmortgage.com.
ALMCmortgage.com. And what does that stand for?
All loans must close.
And they do. You don't like my stories? Just for a reason to poo-poo me. Hey,
I make it so easy.
how do you relieve stress?
Is this?
It's not, no, this is your business tip. Everything needs a hobby, right? How do you relieve stress? There are some very unusual ways that some executives relieve their stress and
I need a hobby,
Yeah.
right? In fact, I committed on the air yesterday to Sandra Corrigan with Keller Williams. She was talking about her personals, and so much of what I've been doing in this season of my life, or, most recently, is all business oriented, and it's been rather consuming. And I've gotten off my life balance because as my kids have gotten older and they're off doing their own thing, I've allowed my professional life to consume my personal life, and so I need some hobbies.
How about polo?
Polo.
Yeah, but maybe horses are intimidating for you. Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple, he does polo on a Segway. Those two-wheeled.
I have never
machines.
been on a Segway, but I should start doing Segway. I think they do them in downtown Denver. They probably do in most cities, and now I'll have to start traveling.
Marissa Mayer, she's the now Yahoo CEO, bakes cupcakes.
Bakes cupcakes?
Yeah, you could bake some cupcakes.
I used to be a cupcake baking cookie mom.
You used to train
Cake decorating.
Cake decorating, didn't you?
I could get back into that.
Absolutely.
Decorating, I guess, a fun little hobby. And it turned into reading. Oh, we could do gingerbread houses. We could decorate gingerbread houses.
Those hurt our wrists. At the end of the
Carpal tunnel.
yeah.
We could wear those gloves. Those wrist guard gloves.
yeah.
Those are set.
Oh.
Not.
No, let's not do that. Here's an idea for you. I'll even scale it to your size. I'll pick up the guitar, and you can do what Warren Buffett does. Pick up ukulele.
The teeny guitar.
That's a teeny guitar for a teeny girl.
And so are you going to wear, what's that big giant one that
A bass cello? Or
yeah,
the
you
bass.
should do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because you are all about that.
I am all about that bass. That is the truth. And you could play virtual chess. You could do yoga. You could, Ariana Huffington. Take it from her. She just catches up on her sleep. That's how she relaxes.
I love that.
There you go.
I seriously think I could go to sleep on Friday and not wake up until Monday morning.
I truly believe that to be true.
I'm going to try it sometime.
All right.
Ariana said so.
Well,
If that counts as a hobby, if that counts as relaxation.
This business tip brought to you by ALMC Mortgage. All loans must close.
And they do.
Fantastic. Hey, when we get back, we're going to talk to some good friends over at Bumper Doc. You know them, you love them, and we're going to talk to them next. A little ding, a little dent doesn't have to be in your way. They'll give you all the answers you need right after these messages.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Computers. We can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in. All your computer quirks and hangups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
Dude, your wife's hot. I know, right? I'm not kidding. She's really hot. Yeah, I married up. I'm trying to tell you, your wife's hot.
Will someone please call Bowman Heating and Air? It's
It's 90 degrees in here.
Don't let anyone else tell you how hot your wife is. Call Bowman Heating and Air today. 303-622-6502. Bowman Heating and Air, keeping couples together and relationships cool. Ask about the preventative maintenance option with a 100% mechanical guarantee. BowmanHVAC.com.
At Bumper Dock Denver, they understand that cloudy, dirty, or discolored headlights put your family's safety at risk every day. October is National Headlight Safety Month, and Bumper Dock Denver is running a Saturday special on headlight cleaning. On Saturdays, they'll restore your headlights to bright, shiny, and safer condition for only $60. That's 30% off. Space is limited and appointments are necessary. Call Bumper Dock Denver to reserve your spot today. 303-369-7292. That's 303-369-7292.
Boom! That's what you're looking for out of your professional networking events, and that's what Boom delivers. Create great business power partner connections the 4th or 5th Monday of the month at Bar Louie in Westminster from 6 to 8 p.m. Every event is sold out, so get your tickets for the next one today at boomcolorado.com. That's boomcolorado.com. Want more? How about quarterly training seminars? Boom! Network with great people. boomcolorado.com.
Friends, there are very few things more important to your business than the way it's viewed and used on the internet. Your website is the gateway to your entire sales process, and here at Experience Pros, we trust Donna Galassi and Blue Zenith Web Design to make our website more than just a brochure for our business. If you want your website to be an experience, contact Donna today at 720-248-8431. That's 720-248-8431, or visit them online to see their work. Use bluezenith.com. We do.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Dragon Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune in to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
This is Willie Schmidt with Pure Hunting. Tune in to Sportsman of Colorado Saturdays, 1 to 2 p.m. right here on 560 KLZ.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service on Facebook.com/Experience Pros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your business day to join us for ours. We've got a couple of entrepreneurs in the studio that I absolutely love.
Absolutely. Our friends Arthur and Linda Scott, the owners of Bumper Dock Denver, an independently owned franchise founded by longtime Colorado residents. It's a trusted name in the auto body repair business since 1998. And the Denver location features a team of highly skilled repair and reconditioning technicians working in a state-of-the-art auto body repair facility. Art, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you very much. We're happy to be here.
Linda, we're thrilled to have you here.
Thank you so much.
All right, now let's get right into it, folks, because as we introduce you, you've got a new business, but it's a business that's been established for a very long time, and October is an important month. I'm going to tie that in with a question. Art, what is the most dangerous thing about people's cars that they probably would never suspect?
Well, the thing that tends to creep up on people over time are headlights. They get fogged over, they yellow. They're just not as bright as they were when the car is brand new.
I've seen that over and over again.
Just gradually happens.
Just need to go buy a new headlight, right?
Well, no, actually, we have solutions for that. Headlights these days are very expensive to replace, and there are techniques that we use that polish the lens and remove the yellow and the haze and the cloudiness from it.
Is it just kind of like our teeth, they get yellow as they age? I actually read on Facebook that the secret to polishing up your your headlights was to rub toothpaste on it. Have you heard that one?
Yeah, I've heard that, and baking soda and a few other, I don't want to say old wives' tales, but
right.
Yeah, other things that don't work.
So it's not so much, huh?
So much.
Okay.
No.
But you say it's the most dangerous thing about your car. Now, why is that?
Well, the headlight itself is comprised of several elements. There's the bulb, which emits energy. There's the lens in front of it, which transmits that energy. As long as the lens is transmitting the energy in the form of light, everything's good. But once the lens starts clouding over, becomes yellow, then the light is not transmitted and you just can't see it.
You can't see it.
There's a commercial outlet that talks about the 200 feet that we live our lives 200 feet at a time. And, especially when we're talking at freeway speeds, maybe at night, obviously headlights become an issue at night.
Exactly.
You 200 feet goes quick. And so it's very, very dangerous. So what do we do? How do we fix this?
Well,
she's like, I'm so glad you asked.
Excited that you asked that
All
question.
right.
Come to Bumper Doc. We can help you with that. We can clear those cloudy headlights so that you can see and be seen. That's equally as important.
Absolutely. All right. And so National Headlight Safety Month, Art. This is the month that we talk about this all the time. But you guys are offering a special to our listeners here in Denver. Clearly on the advertisement.
Brightly.
Yeah, see what I did there? It just came out of a whole segment on puns, and I apologize for being still a little more punny. Tell our listeners about the special that you're running.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Just come on in. We don't need an appointment necessarily for headlight clear. It's something that can be done in under an hour. And we'll do this month only. We'll do 2 for 1. We'll clear both your headlights for what we normally charge for a single headlight.
Wow.
All right. So it's like a half price deal, which is a significant. Bumper Doc Denver is the website, bumperdocdenver.com. The phone number, if you want to call and see if they've got openings for you. You don't need an appointment. You can probably just stop by. But if you want to check in on what the wait time is, 303-369-7292. Again, 303-369-7292. Linda, where is Bumper Doc Denver located?
We are on South Parker Road, 1330 South Parker Road. We're close to between Mississippi and Valencia. And I'd like to clarify one thing.
Sure.
This 2 for 1 is for our Experienced Pros listeners.
Oh, so you got to call it in and say, I recognize you from the radio show. All right.
Because our normal special is a little different, but this is for the listeners only.
Okay, so you have to ask for the Experience Pro special, or you'll get a different special, which isn't as special. And so to be the most special,
there's a lot of specials going
mention
on.
Experience Pros. All right, so we're gonna clear our headlights and stop being so dangerous out on the road. And we've all seen it, these foggy, icky headlights. And we've all tried these, little hacks we've seen on the internet. But we're gonna take it to a professional. You guys are gonna fix this in under an hour, which is awesome. But what are some other things that we should be thinking about as we prepare our car, because winter is right around the corner?
Winter is coming again, but this is Colorado and we enjoy winter time, but we also like to keep our cars looking nice. So now is the time to take care of any of those scratches in the paint, anything in the metal surfaces, which could down the road promote rust.
Good. Yeah, if it's not taken care of now, it becomes a bigger problem,
that's
correct?
Right. I mean, as soon as the mag chloride hits the road, it's going to get splashed up on your car. And those surfaces that aren't protected by paint are subject to rust.
Sure.
Surface rust.
So, Linda, tell us about Bumper Doc Denver. What do you guys specialize in?
Well, we specialize in all the appearance-related fixes for your car, the bumps and bruises. We can do headlights, as we just mentioned.
Sure.
Windshield, bumpers, of course. We can do the small collision repairs, wheel repair, in the interior repair as well.
Oh.
So if it's related to how your car looks on the outside, we can help with that.
Give it a pretty dress, make sure that the outside looks good. I remember hearing somebody say on Facebook, she was so upset because she had to put new tires on her car. It wasn't what she wanted to spend her money on. I'm like, but it's like putting new shoes on your beautiful car. All right, so it's a state-of-the-art auto body repair facility. What does that mean, Art?
Well, I mean, we've invested a lot in equipment. We have the latest EPA compliant paints and paint application facilities. Our technicians are totally up to speed with all of the processes that go along with that. Of course, the techs are fully trained and experienced with the traditional body work as well as paintless stint repair and windshield chip repair and resurfacing wheels and
like Linda said, all those exterior fun little things.
Right.
BumperDocDenver.com is the website. The phone number 303-369-7292. And right now, just this month only,
mention Experience Pros.
You get 2 for 1, getting your headlights all beautiful and sparkly again. And actually, I was going to say something else. Oh, and you're located again.
1330 South Parker Road in Denver.
Right. There you go. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in and joining us today. We sure appreciate both of you.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. And gosh, I have been to the facility, Angel. You could actually eat lunch off of the shop floor.
Well, it is beautiful,
It's gorgeous.
and we feel really comfortable, especially as women, taking our cars to someplace like Bumper Doc Denver. BumperDocDenver.com. Look them up. Make sure that you mention the Experience Pros in order to get your headlight special and stop driving around in a dangerous car. 303-369-7292. Again, 303-369-7292.
The internet has changed almost everything, but when we come back, we're going to tell you something you simply cannot believe. That's coming next on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit news.com.
Do you wish your career was moving along a different path? Do you ever feel like your business owns you when it really should be the other way around? Do you feel like this isn't the life you thought you'd be living? Sandy Corrigan has a system that helps people create careers worth having, businesses worth owning, that results in lives worth living. Call or text Sandy Corrigan today at 303-907-1010. That's 303-907-1010. It's worth the phone call.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Over 400 and call 10 in your business prop category. Imagine what would be accomplished if everyone joined forces. The Colorado Micro Business Alliance brings owners together to give you a unified voice in state and local politics, as well as helps negotiate better deals for products and services. They offer tires and join now for only $5 a month at ColoradoMicroBusinessAlliance.com.
The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place for finding the companies who have the best customer testimonials. Plus, to make it even easier, we narrow down the field to only 3 companies in your area. If you need a printer in the metro area, we have it. If you need ink and toner, we have it. The Extreme Customer Service Directory is one of the most visited directories in the state, and it's all yours to view for free at ExperiencePros.com. ExperiencePros.com for the best in customer service. When you're looking for the best, think Experience Pros. Good about doing business with the pros.
The storage has your covered units. You can going fast for fall delivery. 720-201-4062. That's 720-201-4062. Or check them out online, DoveValleyStorage.com. They've got you covered.
Friends, this is Eric, and I want to turn you on to a fantastic bi-monthly patriotic newsletter I've discovered. It's called The Pen, and it's a compilation of numerous patriotic writers packed with political information that you won't find in the newspaper. Contact my friend Beth Ann for a free sample copy at csctalkradio.com or send $24.95 to P.O. Box 73, California, Missouri 65018 to receive The Pen for an entire year. The Pen, promoting liberty and keeping patriots informed. Subscribe today, csctalkradio.com. That's csctalkradio.com.
Early bird discounts are going on right now when you sign up for the 2016 Vision is Victory, the event with Carrie Conley, happening in Phoenix, Arizona. Take a few days in January to put together a strategy to transform your business and to create massive success. The event with Carrie Conley is January 14 through 16, and right now, the price is only $200. Register online at InfiniteNation.com for exceptional visual degree in Arizona, InfiniteNation.com.
If you are sick cold calling to few, you need Renovate Extreme Relationship Missionary Training that elevates your not working and supercharges your networking to get real results. Sign up for the next Renovate training this week at Extreme Relationship Management.
There's only one customer service Andy on the Experience Pro Friday. The phone lines are open for you. Who's getting it? Well, 855-FAN-BRAG and change the way people treat people in business. You can post your stories every day on the Experience Pros Facebook page and call in on Fridays for Fan Bragging Friday at 855-326-2724. 855-FAN-BRAG. Tell Eric and Angel, and then tell the world Fan Bragging Friday.
John Hush, afternoon, today at 3. Experience Pros on KLZ 5.
Your business.
Or GameCube or Game
So technology.
And a second technology
That's television.
And you use my husband. They were sitting in the other messages, and this was just kind of how we communicated. When my children started learning about texting, board so I can text.
Right.
Because I recognize if I wanted to stay in touch and communicate with my kids, I needed to embrace the new technology. I could have, like I heard somebody recently say, well, what did you do before cell phones and technology? And we have to communicate. And these poor kids are growing up and they don't know how to communicate.
Well, they don't.
Well,
or do they?
Or do they?
Right.
They do. They do it. It looks different.
It does look different.
But it doesn't mean they can't.
They communicate with their thumbs.
And now we're all appalled. They broke up with somebody over text, or they had this conversation over a text.
Communicate.
And we are mortified because we're dinosaurs.
Right.
And it has changed. And in order to, embrace them in the new workplace, we also have to recognize that not only has technology changed the way we communicate socially, it's even changed the way we communicate at work.
Well, and I found this article on Psychology Today that talks about the effects of technology on children are complicated, both benefits and costs.
whether technology helps or hurts in the development of your children's thinking depends on what specific technology is used, frequency with which it is used. At least early in their lives, the power to dictate your children's relationship with technology and, as a result, its influence on them is stronger. Obviously, don't you say don't implement the technology real quick, and then you find out that, well, now iPads are the new babysitters.
You know, and it used to be, well, though it was Barney, right? Or Sesame Street.
Sure. We all had our thing.
We've all used the technology of the day, and we've all had to grow up with it. So here's now, what does this look like at work?
Right. So we had a very interesting conversation earlier in a meeting this morning that it involved this, workplace dilemma where we come and, is it stealing when your staff is taking more than a minute or 2 or 5 in a day, in a work day, call it 9 to 5, and on your time, you, the employer, your employees are texting and checking Facebook and doing the Instagram thing and that kind of stuff. Is that stealing?
Well, and that was the kind of the question of the day.
Sure.
And you get mixed feelings around the room, because when you hear that for the first time, you're like, I never thought of that.
Well, it's time. But I pay you for the time.
Right. If I'm paying you to be here and you're on the clock, then absolutely. And she, and the recommendation was, this is no different than if you stole a stapler or we're talking 5 minutes a day over the course of a week. And
might as well take one of my computers.
Right. But you would never do that. Right.
No.
That's true. That's true theft. But does this fall into that line? And so then here comes another point of view.
This one actually got me. This surprised me.
How often do we, as the boss or the manager, steal from our employees?
Oh, you would never do so. The nerve. How could you even suggest something like that?
Maybe talking to them a little bit about work during their lunch break.
Or keeping them after 5 p.m.
Or maybe they're social media-ing on or texting late hours, evenings, weekends on their own
What
time.
if you send them to an event that's not on your 9 to 5 calendar?
Right? And so here comes this, we can swing the pendulum. They're
Right.
stealing on company time because they've got their Facebook page open or they texted a friend. And now, because of the smartwatches, right, they can see text
Now it's
messages
subtle.
and they don't even have to have their phone on in their hand in order to be communicating and using their technology. And yet for many of us, technology, take away your phone, leave it at home for the day, and watch how most people will freak out, because apparently the end of the world is near. And
Yeah.
right, or
Oh, by the way, it happened.
we don't have our battery pack. It's like we're little walk battery pack, so we can't think and we can't function. And so one of the things that's issue in your office is to create a written policy about your expectations and guidelines, not only for use of technology at work, also the use and participation in social media during work hours.
But just in that same breath, though, again, remember the pendulum swings. In that same breath, as you write this manual, you
Are
put
you the
down your
pot?
policy, right?
You the kettle?
What will you expect? What should your employees expect out of you? Are you going to ask them to stay later to work on a project? Are you going to ask them, or is it there's a commercial out today, and I think it's a car commercial, but ultimately it's the idea of it is, since when did checking out at 5 p.m. become a social taboo when everybody else is staying late, right? But you know what? You get to leave at 5. That's okay. You don't have to be ostracized for that. So the pendulum does swing both ways, and you have to figure out, are you the pot? Are you the kettle? Are you asking more of your employees, or can you all just somehow get along?
We are all adults, but it is funny when we kind of become old dinosaurs. In my day, we didn't have a phone, and
Right.
we couldn't have text messages at work.
You sound like Seth on the Late Night Show. He does it in my day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he puts on a sweater and everything, like
Oh.
Mr. Rogers. So let's wrap this up now. How about books? Is the internet changing the way that we read?
It absolutely is, and in fact, for my children,
Yes.
who have their e-readers,
Okay.
prefer the e-reading thing now.
Really?
Right? And we were when they were growing up, we were such avid book holders. Well, I just read this book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up.
Yes.
And she talks about the collection of books and paper and the stacks. And I mean, it's like she has a mirror or a window into my life because I've got stacks on my nightstand, stacks on my desk of books. And she says, how often do you really go back and read these books? And now these days, a lot of my friends are authors. And so they're autographed to me. But bringing out that old and pen and paper, and now having not my planner, but having it all on the online, doing it all electronically, I haven't completely embraced it. So I think I'm kind of like one foot on both sides of the camp.
Well, one of our listeners from San Diego writes in and she says, I left my phone at home yesterday. It wasn't the end of the world. It was awesome.
I know, right?
Oh, gosh, that sends me into the heebie-jeebies.
It is freeing. And you know what? And it's okay. And so I actually do this thing that on the weekends, I put my phone away. It goes, I've got a little charging station. We actually changed out one of our plugins in the kitchen for USBs. So it's like our little charging station. And my phone sits there all weekend long. I'm not checking it. Very rarely is somebody trying to communicate to me. And it's okay. Like, I'll get the text message. I'll get it later. I'll get it whenever. Some people have found some clever ways. They know little sneaky ways to find me, through Facebook messaging or something like that.
There's always a way.
But I can ignore those too.
Yeah, I know.
So but it's awesome, right? It's okay. And sometimes I think we get ourselves so anxious and bound up because I've got to check it. And it's almost like we've got this little mad twitch where we open up our phone. This is the twitch Eric has. Opens up his phone. Okay. Even though there's nothing there, there's really nothing
happening. But there might be something there. Somebody might like something I said or
just checking. And it's like this nervous twitch.
It's not a nervous twitch. It's a practical habit. I want to.
Take a vacation.
Yes, ma'am.
And just embrace.
San Diego, I'm coming.
Just embrace that technology at work, cell phones at work, depending on the environment that you have. If you need to create and implement a policy, you have to do it in writing. But just remember, sometimes we rob from our staff as well.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
Right?
Don't be stealing.
It's not stealing.
It's not
stealing.
All right.
Sure shook my world up a little bit, right? You're stealing.
No, it's all good. And I think we satisfied the question. Is technology changing the way that we work? Yes, absolutely.
Thank goodness.
But it's okay. Everybody take a deep breath. While you're taking that deep breath, we're going to take a quick commercial break. But when we come back, more positive business talk. You're listening to Angel and Eric on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
You've got a great business, lots of customers, and a catchy tagline. Things are going great, right? Has it ever occurred to you that if you are doing so well in your business, someone else might be trying to copy or steal your concept and make it their own? It happens every day. But don't let it happen to you. You need attorney Steve Replin on your side. Much more than just a lawyer, Steve is a business consultant who knows how to protect what's yours while helping you grow it to success. Call Steve today and CYA. That's Cover Your Assets. 303-322-7919. 303-322-7919.
Hi, this is Angel, and I want you to picture this. You're driving home after soccer practice. Your little girl is sitting in the back seat, and the radio is gently playing your favorite music. Your car is your world for the moment, and your world is safe because Nyland's Collision Center wouldn't cut corners on the quality of parts when they fixed that fender bender last month. NYLUNDS collision.com. No one knows your car better. The safety of your whole world is in their hands. Visit nylandscollision.com or call them at 303-761-9219.
You had it with the big box print shops and online printing companies. Sure, they offer cheap services, and that's what you get, cheap service. Isn't it about time you found someone who not only made you look good, but also makes you feel good? Award-winning PrintingDoneQuickly.com offers the highest level of concierge service without the concierge price. PrintingDoneQuickly.com, where we serve your business as we wish to be served, and quickly too. That's PrintingDoneQuickly.com.
When your IT person says your VPN's PPTP failed because the IP conflict caused a protocol failure, all you seem to hear is blah, blah, money, blah, blah, last time. We're C Squared Computer Consulting, and we speak geek fluently, but we translate when talking to you. When you understand the issues, you can better prioritize your money and time. Our managed services provide a stable spending model with system monitoring and trust. Call C Squared Computer Consulting today at 303-933-1113 or go to c2cc.net.
Attention business owners. If you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera finances into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance is located right here in Denver. They've been helping companies across the U.S. for over 40 years. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Jack Loudon at Riviera Finance now at 303-4096. That's 303-409-7706 or visit rivierafinance.com.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. For delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
The top 5 search results get 75% of all the clicks. 75%! That means if you're on page 2, you are missing out on tons of potential business. You, my friend, are in need of professional help. At SharpNet Solutions, it's not all about clicks. It's about making sales. They optimize the Experience Pros Extreme Customer Service Directory, and they can optimize your business. Call them today, 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988. Or find them online at sharpnetsolutions.com. Put their talents to work and see what they can do for you. 303-900-4988. Mention the Experience Pros and get up to 50% off. Call today.
The U.S. Postal Service wants to remind everyone this year to protect themselves from becoming victims of identity theft. Never give out passwords, PIN numbers, or account numbers. To learn more, visit www.consumer.gov/ncpw.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Very nice to have you along with us. Gosh, you know, I don't know which one of these I should do. I think I'm going to talk a little bit about, 6 ways you can be unique.
6 ways to be unique.
You know, we asked our clients early on, before we had a radio show many, many years ago, we were corporate trainers. We trained what we call extreme customer service. And one of the first questions that we ask, it's a whole chapter in our book, Lists That Save My Life, or Lists That Save My Business. Lists That Save My Life is a fantastic book that Angel wrote before I wrote the other one with you. Gosh, I just wrapped that whole thing up. The question is, what makes you different?
You know, it's one of those questions that as we develop our company brand, how we're going to be unique from the competition, how we're going to stand out from the crowd, how we're going to get people who are doing business someplace else to decide to change their habits and now do business with us. And so the failure to articulate while you're unique is so important, or why this is so important is because if you can't, then why would anybody choose to do business with you?
Right. So our friend Jeffrey James over at Inc. says this. He says there are 6 ways that you can be unique. You ready?
I am ready.
All right. Number 1, lower your price.
That's not unique.
And no, it could help. Your product costs less than other similar products. That's one way to become unique. You could lower your price.
You could.
You could. Okay. Well, we're gonna.
Am I just gonna allow?
No, yeah, you allow these, and I'm gonna come back and we're gonna visit each one.
Okay.
Okay. The next thing is you could deliver your product faster than your competition.
Okay.
Get the product in the customer's hands sooner than your competition.
So if it takes them 3 days to deliver, you could do it in 2 days.
There you go.
Okay.
Number 3, the product features. Your product does something that the customer values, but your competition can't reproduce.
Okay.
All right. Superlative support is the number 4 way that you can be unique.
Your service, you offer better service than your competition.
Right.
Which ideally is measurable. And in
number 5, how can you be unique? You can become a valued advisor. You cast the perception that you're a unique resource with specialized knowledge.
Okay, so something special about you. Maybe it's different credentials or personality, celebrity status or different things about being an expert. Okay.
Right. Number 6, emotional connection. There's a previous connection that's personal that exists between you and your customer.
So that's the relationship.
Right.
Okay, the emotional relationship that you tie to your customers. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so those are 6 ways that you could show your uniqueness.
Right. And Jeffrey James says this is a general rule. The more of these elements of uniqueness that you possess, the more successful you and your company will be. For example, let's just say you're selling inventory control software. Okay.
Okay.
The ideal situation would look like this. You lower your price. Your software costs half as much as your competitor's software, right? Faster delivery. Your software installs in half the time that your competitors do. Your product features your software is the only one in the world that automatically corrects security problems. So your superlative service, you've hired enough fully qualified support technicians and there's never a wait time. You're a valued advisor. You personally have written a book on inventory control software. And as far as the emotional connection goes, you once sold a CRM system to the same customer, and it works so perfectly the customer is still talking about
it. So he covered all of the bases.
ASUS, ASUS, their monitors are usually about 10% cheaper than all the others.
The challenge with being the lowest price is that anybody else can come along and offer a lower price than you. And we've seen this debacle with the pizza wars,
yes.
Right? I mean, how cheap can we, get these pizzas? And they just have to, they're kind of keep having to lower their price because the competition keeps lowering their price.
It really is safe to say that if you can lower your price to the point that you think you can still be the lowest in the market, somebody else can lower their price even less, or even more, I guess, is the right answer. Faster delivery and availability. Amazon, of course, offers a huge selection and has very fast delivery times.
Which is wonderful when you're looking for that. And I think if you can prove that you can deliver faster than your competition and share that story, and it's significant. So the faster delivery has to be significant enough from the competition in order for it to be a true value.
Correct. When it comes to the product features, here's an example. Tesla Motors has products possessing features that other products lack. Clearly, Tesla Motors is on the cutting edge of technology, futuristic technology.
This is where you get to be the only one or the number one in your industry that does this. The number one best place to work. The most positive business talk show in America. Best morning radio show, the only company that delivers this product.
There you go.
So finding the thing that makes you the best and the only and outshines your competition.
When it comes to superlative service, as the example here, Jeffrey James goes, he says, anyone who travels knows JetBlue treats its passengers better than other airlines. In our part of the country, it's Southwest Airlines. It's a fun airline to fly on. How about this? As a valued advisor, well, Tony Robbins, right? He's one of a kind motivational speaker who's written several bestsellers, and he's different.
And he is different, and he's made a name for himself in being that valued advisor. And it doesn't matter what industry in, you can actually have that same name for yourself.
And then as far as an emotional connection with the customer goes, one word for you, Apple.
They nailed it.
They nailed it. Right? There's an emotional connection between the brand and its customers. You can do these things. You can be different, but you can't do all these things probably very, very effectively.
Well, you have to pick. What are you going to be the best at? And what are you going to stand out at? And if you're picking 6 different things that make you unique, I think when they're shopping around the competition, that 2 or 3 items is definitely enough.
Absolutely. So there you have it. On behalf of Charlie, our producer, and Angel, myself, and all the people that make the Experience Pros radio show happen every single day, we want to thank you for tuning in and participating in this, the revolution in how people treat people in business. Share the show, and we'll be back again tomorrow with more positive business talk.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.